No chance in hell. That's what Triple H has got of being the head booker in WWE. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and it would appear Vincent Kennedy McMahon is back in the hot seat. He's sporting a tash like Adolf Hitler, and he's back in control. He's back making demands. He's back leading his WWE army. So yeah, maybe there's a lot there in common. But yeah, Vince McMahon is back, and it looks like he has taken over from Triple H. He did do a sit-down interview with the WWE getting purchased by Endeavour in the partnership with UFC, and this is what he said about him being back in control of creative.
On the creative side, Vince, do you plan to be as involved as you have in the past on the creative side?
Yes and no. On a higher level, yes. In the weeds, which I always love to get in the weeds in the past, no, can't do that.
Now, what can we take from that? I think it's pretty clear to see that McMahon is back. McMahon is going to be involved big time in creative control, but he said he's not going to worry about little weeds. So what that tells me is the important stuff, the main stuff, it's going to be McMahon with the final say. Maybe things that don't really matter, maybe like dark matches or the shitty women's division that nobody cares about. Maybe Triple H can have the final say on that stuff, but when it comes to Raw and SmackDown, when it comes to the important, the big storylines, the big feuds, it looks like it's going to be Vincent Kennedy McMahon making the final decisions. And my thoughts on that is, well, you know what? I think that should be the case. It's always been McMahon's company. I always assumed McMahon would be the man in charge until the day that he dies. I have no issue with that, but a lot of people here are criticising McMahon. They're saying that Raw after Mania was the worst Raw ever because of McMahon's involvement. Now, was the Raw good? No, it sucked. It absolutely sucked. Apart from the Brock Lesnar stuff, Raw after Mania was garbage. I have no issue with people saying that. My issue is people are living in a fairy tale. They're pretending that Raw for the last 8 months under Triple H has been great. It hasn't been. It's been fucking terrible. That Raw after Mania was no worse than the Raws before it. Raw has been terrible for years now. It's been about 4 or 5 years since Raw was half decent. Honest to God, that's how long it's been. But people want to tell you that, oh, the Triple H era was great. I've even seen people tweet how they underappreciated the Triple H 8-month run, and that they were comparing Triple H's Raw to the Attitude Era. Are you fucking delusional? The Attitude Era? No! Triple H's era was shit. Johnny Gargano, Damage Control, bums we don't give a shit about. It was garbage. It was 20 fucking 5-minute matches every single match. Nobody wants to see that. Honest to God, you'd put on Raw, 2 segments would take up the first hour. Johnny Gargano was in like 7 segments on each show. He Damage Control and about 10 segments in each show. The Triple H run has been horrible. He's brought back so many people that absolutely suck. He's brought back Emma. He brought back the Top Dollar. He brought back fucking Tegan Knox. I mean, Candice LeRae, Johnny all these people suck, man. Triple H has brought them back and they've all been horrible. So these people pretending that wrestling has been great when it clearly hasn't been. I don't know what planet they're living on, planet delusional. But yeah, Triple H's era absolutely sucked. Am I saying McMahon's better? No, I'm not. But McMahon's not any worse, okay? Triple H didn't improve wrestling. Triple H didn't take wrestling, out of the dark days and transcend it into greatness. He didn't do that. Triple H did not do that. Triple H's run was just as bad as McMahon's run before him. So whether it's Triple H in charge booking or whether it's Vincent Kennedy McMahon in charge booking, it doesn't really make any difference to me. However, what I would say is I think I would prefer McMahon in charge. I think McMahon knows what the casual fans want, or he knows what the non-marks want. I mean, we want the big guys, we want the storylines, we want the larger-than-life characters. We don't want what Triple H wants. Triple H wants indie fucking wrestling. He wants Johnny Gargano. He wants the women not to be sexy. He wants the women to go out and have 20-minute matches like the men. I mean, nobody wants that, okay? Nobody wants that. McMahon was in charge during all the greatest eras in the past, all right? So I feel more confident with McMahon in charge than I do with Triple H in charge. So that's my opinion Honestly, I think wrestling's dying. I don't think it's going to matter. McMahon or Triple H, I think it's going to suck either way. But these people pretending that wrestling is so much better with Triple H than it is with McMahon, they are delusional, and they're wanting McMahon fired, and it's like, what the fuck? McMahon created wrestling. There would be no wrestling if it wasn't for McMahon. If there was no McMahon, wrestling would be on such a small scale, it wouldn't even be fucking relevant. No one would even know what wrestling is. Thanks to McMahon, everybody knows what WWE is. So, you know, let's cut the guy some slack here. I'm sick of McMahon getting bashed constantly, when honest to God, Triple H's run was fucking shit, man. It really was. So anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. Triple H, I liked him as a performer, I liked him as a wrestler, but we can see that his vision for like creative isn't good. NXT Black and Gold, it was like an indie promotion with better budgets and you know, visual effects and stuff like that. And Raw and SmackDown with Triple H in charge has absolutely sucked. So I mean, that's what it is, guys. Let us know what you think down below. I'm out here. Till next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Who would you rather have in charge, Triple H or Vince McMahon? Let me know in the comments below. And until then, peace.